Hey guys, Chris here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of cool new releases from CIVIVI. Both of these are dropping on Friday, June 2nd, which just so happens to be the same day that we and CIVIVI are starting their Father's Day promotion. Which means on a purchase of $29 or more of a WE or CIVIVI knife, Exclude SENCUT, you can get a free shop mat. So just be aware you might have an extra little goodie in your box. I was not expecting this, and I sliced right through it. Pretty cool mat, though. Would have been cooler if I hadn't sliced it. Pretty clean cut on that side. I must say, kind of impressive, going through 2 layers plus the packaging. Alright, it also says on here, up to 25% discount on select models of WE and CIVIVI knives. June 2nd to June 19th. On the official WE and CIVIVI websites, where I have a coupon code, by the way, SHARPAF. Which might stack, by the way. I think last time it did stack, so type that in there and see if you can get an extra little discount. And at participating dealers. So not a bad time to buy a new CIVIVI knife if there's one that's been on your wish list. So we're going to start off with this guy, a new variation of one of my favorite small pocket knives of all time. We're talking about the CIVIVI Baby Banter, designed by Ben Peterson. We'll go over this guy and then we'll get to the Vaquita here in a minute. This new version of the Baby Banter. Oh, it looks so good in pictures. Wow, check that out. That looks freaking sweet. Oof, good detent too. Dang, that looks so freaking cool. You know, this isn't a combination that I would have thought of like in my head that would look so good together, but somehow it just works on this knife. So what we have here is a twill carbon fiber overlay on top of black G10 scales with the Damascus blade, and the accented blue thumb stud looks pretty cool. Man, that Damascus pattern looks really cool too. I think Ben has been calling this one the Magic Eye Banter because it reminds him of like those Magic Eye posters and books where you'd look at one of those images and have to like cross your eyes to see the actual picture. Should we try it? You guys seeing anything? No. I'm wondering though, what do you guys think would be a good nickname for this variation? The Magic Eye Banter, or I was thinking maybe Tuxedo Banter. You know, it does look kind of classy and gentlemanly, but at the same time, it's not like overkill. Like I thought, you know, these two combined together would be just a little much. Maybe because it's on a smaller knife, it works out okay. But more than being like a classy or gentlemanly knife, I think it just plain looks cool. It's still a knife that I would feel perfectly comfortable as an EDC, you know, not necessarily as a dressed up one. Love the Baby Banter though, lots of variations out there. This one's going to be a little bit more than some of the others. Looks like MSRP of $99, minimum price of $85. Again, you can use my coupon code if you buy it directly from CIVIVI. But I absolutely love the Baby Banter. It's one of my most carried smaller pocket knives. There's just so many things I like about it. Starting with the forward finger choil, I think that's really important on a smaller knife to still be able to get a full-size grip. Love the liner access, great deployment with the thumb studs, reverse flick, thumb flick, slow roll, all works out really well. A nice touch of jimping right there. It doesn't extend past the thumb studs, but it's aggressive enough that it works pretty well. And of course, we've got inset clip with flush hardware, deep carry, reversible pocket clip. Love the Baby Banter. It also works good for people who live in a state or country or work somewhere where you have size restrictions for your knife. Maybe you need to be sub 3 inch, sub 2.5 inch, which is the main reason I carry this one a lot at work. And if you're unfamiliar with the size, here it is up against the full-size Benchmade Bug Out and the Elementum Button Lock number 2. 2.3 inch blade, 2 inches of cutting edge, about 5.5 inches overall, handle length of about 3.12 inches. Man, I can't get over how freaking snappy this detent is, man. It is nice. Oh, the drop isn't really a shake shut or a fall shut. It's more of a manual close, but that's fine, especially on a smaller knife. Centering is perfect, right down the middle. Lockup is good. Looks to me to be about 40%, I would say. And no blade play in any direction. Pretty sweet knife. All right, let's move on to the Vaquita Dose, designed by Nate Matlack of NM Bladeworks. You can follow NM Bladeworks on Instagram. Also follow Ben Banters on Instagram. So you might be thinking, Vaquita, that's Spanish for small cow. This knife is not named after a small cow. It's named after the dolphin-like creature. That's an endangered species, and Nate likes to name his knives after endangered species, which I think is pretty cool. The original Vaquita was from WE Knives and a little bit more expensive. I think it was closer to like $110. It's a miniature kukri neck knife, which is really freaking cool. This version, Vaquita Dose, coming from CIVIVI, is going to be a little more affordable, which I think is fitting, honestly, for this knife. I think it'll have a lot more success than the original. Looks like we've got black G10 with a satin finish, Nitro V blade, jade G10 with a satin finish, or black stonewashed with dark green canvas micarta. And coming in closer to $60. All right, let's check this out. All kinds of good stuff in here. You got the CIVIVI cleaning cloth sticker. All right. Oh man, I can't wait to check this one out. Kydex sheath and a bead chain thingy. And check that out. Man, that is so cool. Interesting proportions, guys. It is very thin. Like, this definitely could be a really nice choice for a neck knife. Let's get a weight on it real quick. With the sheath, we're looking at 2.3 ounces. Without, 1.4 ounces. Quite a few choices for a neck knife from CIVIVI. You've got the Minimus, what's that other one? The Circulus or something. Then you've got the CRKT Minimalist. I don't think any of them, though, are this freaking cool. What a strange idea to take a kukri recurve blade shape and throw that on a neck knife. And it's a small knife. It is a small knife, but there is a lot of cutting edge, not a lot of handle. We will talk about that. Let's put it up against the Azula 2. And look at that, man. You actually have more cutting edge with the Vaquita than you do on the Azula. And just for size comparison, there's the Benchmade Bug Out and the Baby Banter. Looks like you have a cutting edge of about 3 3/8, overall length of about 6 1/4, handle length of about 3 inches. I think what threw a lot of people for a loop too with the original Vaquita is how small that handle is. For a lot of people, that might just be a 2-finger grip. I can get 3 on there actually, and then with that thumb ramp, it's actually a decent grip. It's better than I was expecting. Much better than I was expecting, but still, it's like, oh, I kind of wish that handle was just a little bit longer. But I'll tell you, the advantage you're going to have with the Vaquita over something like the Minimalist or the Minimus or a lot of those other smaller neck knives is how much cutting edge you have and how well this recurve is going to perform in really digging into your cutting material. You know, most of those knives are going to be just perfectly fine for most EDC tasks, but at least with this one, you could actually do a little bit more work, man. The original Vaquita, by the way, I think was S35 VN with carbon fiber handles, and on this one, we've got Nitro V, I believe. Yeah, Nitro V, hardness of 59 to 61, except for on this black stonewashed version, it's 58 to 60. I think this version looks the coolest out of all of them. And this is supposedly dark green micarta. It looks more black to me in person. Stock thickness of about 0.09 inches or 2.2 millimeters. And the handle thickness, 7.5 millimeters or about 0.3 inches. Good retention in that sheath. It snaps into place pretty nice. Throw this little chain on there. You got yourself a neck knife. There's a lanyard hole on here, thankfully, and I think that's probably going to be a must for most people. Maybe getting a little lanyard going on might help out the grip just a little bit. If I was going to EDC a neck knife, I feel like, you know, there is some competition out there, but this one, the price isn't bad. It has better steel than a lot of those. A lot of those kind of have junky steel. This, you at least get Nitro V and a much more interesting design and a lot more cutting edge. So yeah, interesting knife from Nate. And loving this new variation of the baby banter. And don't forget, if you're looking for a new WE or CIVIVI knife for you or maybe your father, not a bad time to do that with some discounts and with the free shop mat. Use my affiliate link or my coupon SHARPAF. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Check out my Blade Show Atlanta playlist. That should be going on about the same time this video drops. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching.